Welcome back to Tabletop Paper Company's Friday Finance. We are yet again counting down our top 5 cards that have risen in price this week. Shout out to everyone who's been liking and commenting on these videos. It's your engagement with these posts that's helping us grow, so I couldn't do it without you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And starting us off at the number 5 slot is The Legend of Karuk. This double-sided card starts as a 4-drop enchantment, which lets you scry 2 and draw a card for its first 2 phases, and then you exile it and return it transformed under your control. The 4/3 creature it transforms into lets you create a 1/1 colorless spirit token whenever you cast a spell, and you can use its exhaust ability to waterbend for 20 and take an extra turn after this one. This card is incredibly powerful, and taking an extra turn is a really solid setup to win. It's found success in the standard deck Dimir Self Bounce, which focuses on cards like Fear of Isolation and Boomerang Basics to return permanents you control to your hand, to then recast them, and take advantage of Enter the Battlefield abilities, but there are also cards that benefit from leaving the battlefield as well. Coming up next is Artist's Talent. This 2-drop enchantment is pretty well known, so I won't read it word for word. You can pause it if you want to, but it helps you cycle through cards, reduces the cost of your non-creature spells, and at level 3, increases the amount of non-combat damage your sources deal by 2. This card is a fantastic inclusion in any spell slinging deck, but found incredible success in Seth Manfield's Is It Lessons deck, which recently took first place at the World Championship Standard Tournament. And the next card on the list is Boomerang Basics. This 1-drop sorcery says return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If you controlled that permanent, draw a card. This card is quite similar to the classic staple Unsummon, but has a few key differences. Unsummon targets creatures, and Boomerang Basics targets non-lands, and more importantly, Boomerang Basics is a sorcery, and Unsummon is an instant. Even with those differences, Boomerang Basics is set up to be an amazing staple. It saw play in 52% of the decks at the Standard World Championship I just mentioned, and was a part of Seth Manfield's Is It Lessons deck as well. Being able to bounce a non-land permanent for just 1 blue mana is really powerful, and potentially drawing off of that is even better, especially when paired with a set that has tons of cool ETB abilities. And at the number 2 slot, it's Accumulate Wisdom. This 2-drop instant says look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of those cards into your hand and the rest at the bottom of your library in any order. Put each of those cards into your hand instead if there are 3 or more lesson cards in your graveyard. This is the last card we'll talk about from Seth Manfield's Is It Lessons deck, but it's incredibly powerful. If you pair it with a card like Artist's Talent or Gran, you reduce the casting cost by 1. So if you have 3 lessons in your graveyard, it's mechanically identical to Ancestral Recall, one of the 9 most powerful cards in Magic history. Magic cards go up in price every single week, but if you're not subscribed, you won't know which ones to check your collection for. And any engagement like a like or a comment really helps us grow. And at the number 1 slot, it's a card that's skyrocketing because of a new 2-card infinite combo. It's Caltrops. This 3-drop artifact says whenever a creature attacks, Caltrops deals 1 damage to it. We just got our very first look at the Marvel Superheroes set, which included Bruce Banner, the Incredible Hulk. The front side is Bruce Banner, a 1-drop blue creature where you can pay X twice to tap him and draw X cards, only to be activated as a sorcery. Or you can pay 6 to transform Bruce Banner, also as a sorcery, and he turns into the Incredible Hulk, a 6-drop 8/8 with reach and trample and enrage. Whenever the Incredible Hulk is dealt damage, put a +1/+1 counter on him, and if he's attacking, untap him, and there is an additional combat phase after this phase. So if Caltrops is on the battlefield and you attack with the Incredible Hulk, Caltrops will deal 1 damage to him, which will then trigger his Enrage ability. So you'll untap him and there will be an additional combat phase. So as long as he doesn't die, you're able to do this again during the additional combat phase, and if you so choose, continue to do it infinitely. We've got a new finance video for you every Friday, but if you want to track the price of your cards every day of the week, check out MTG Stocks. Creating an account is free and you can customize the cards that you're watching.